It's time for our 3A title game preview. We begin by talking about the Cody Broncs, and head coach Matt McFadden joins me back in the title game in Laramie. It's like you guys are a staple coming here. I know that you would probably love to have this game at your place instead of coming to Laramie, but I'm sure you'd probably rather be playing in Laramie than at Star Valley in this game, wouldn't you, Matt?
Absolutely. Yeah, that was pretty cool to host it, but I'd rather play them on a neutral field than go to Star Valley for sure.
Talk a little bit about how your team performed last week in the semifinal win against Evanston. You guys ran the ball really well, it looked like, and took advantage of turnovers at the same time.
Yeah, I was really impressed with. I thought we started really fast in that first half and really first quarter. Just both sides of the ball, offensively, defensively, kind of went out and just kind of established what our goals were. And that's big in those semifinal games, especially when you're at home and use the momentum and use the crowd behind you. So extremely pleased with that. I thought our passing game was extremely well executed. And just kind of all phases of the game. We had some plays on special teams. Started off with a big return and a few other plays. So really, really pretty pleased in all three areas.
What did you take away from the regular season matchup at home against Star Valley?
They're a good team. They don't have any weaknesses. Extremely big, extremely physical, well coached. They are what they are every year. They're a well coached team. They're disciplined, and they beat us. They beat us soundly. I didn't think we rose to the occasion very well, and I really, looking back on it, I think is one of the best things that could have happened to us. It was sometimes you need those losses to kind of open up your eyes on some details and just to really see where you're at. And at that time we were not up to their standard and our standard too. So I felt like after that game, as a head coach, like we reevaluated a lot of things and as coaches and players, and I was just really pleased. I think this team has grown as much or more than any team I've ever had in amount of time since that game. So I really think that loss was good for us, and it just showed us how far we have to go.
As you prepare for the championship game now, what type of adjustments are you kind of broadly thinking? I'm not asking for any insights here to give away secrets, but what are you looking to adjust from the regular season now to a championship game?
Well, you kind of are who you are at this point in the season. And I think the biggest thing is when you're going down in a big environment like this and state game and you got nerves and all those things, it's just got to be you. You got to be who you are, offensive, defensively, and really not worry too much about your opponent. It's just really about Cody Broncs and we just need to go out and execute and be the best version of ourselves that we can be. Not overcomplicate it and slow our kids down by thinking too much.
Well, Matt, that's all I needed from you. Quick, short, and simple. Best luck. We'll see you on Friday.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
Continue to look at the 3A state championship game as it's Cody and Star Valley. One of these teams continues to dominate 3A. They've won the title the last 9 seasons. This will be the 10th one in a row, and visiting with Star Valley head coach McKay Young. And McKay, first of all, how would you describe how your team played in the semifinal game last week?
I've been really proud of the way our guys have been playing all season long, but I think particularly this last month, feel like we're peaking at the right time. Some mistakes for sure and things to address, and a lot of that is credit to Buffalo. They're a great football team. But overall, pleased with how we played in all 3 phases.
What did you take away from your win on the road at Cody in the regular season?
I felt like that night we kind of found our identity offensively. We've really tried to be a balanced offense this year, and I felt like we kind of established that there. We are reminding our kids that they don't give away any trophies for what happens in October. And people are going to remember the second one way more than they're ever going to remember the first one. So trying not to read too much into that. A lot has changed for both clubs over the last, month and a half. But was certainly happy with the way we played up there a month ago.
So what type of adjustments are you thinking, or do you have to make a lot of adjustments coming into a game like this?
For sure. For sure. You have to try to anticipate what they're going to do differently. We have plenty to fix from that night. We have plenty of things to address. And obviously I think both teams have evolved over the last month, and we've both seen quality teams in the interim. So it's a totally new ball game come Friday.
So what does this kind of week of preparation boil down for your team? When you're focused on yourself, what are you kind of emphasizing, stressing this week?
Just execution. I mean, a speech that our guys hear a lot, that football games really come down to about a half a dozen plays, and you don't know when those plays are going to happen. Before the ball moves, you don't know if that's one of those critical downs. So got to play great special teams, got to take care of the football, got to stop the run. I think that's the formula in high school, middle school, college, the NFL. Like that's how you win. So Cody makes that hard on all of us to be able to do those things, and we know that'll be the case.
Well, it shapes up to be a great one. That's all I needed from you, McKay. Thanks so much. We'll see you on Friday. Best of luck in the championship game.
Appreciate it, David.